Cricket Law 2 The Umpire Part 4 Signals. The following code of signals shall be used by umpires. Signals made while the ball is in play. Dead ball by crossing and recrossing the wrists below the waist. No ball by extending one arm horizontally. Out by raising an index finger, held at shoulder height, to the side of the body. Wide by extending both arms horizontally. By raising an open hand above the head. Commencement of last hour by pointing to a raised wrist with the other hand. 5 penalty runs awarded to the batting side, by repeated tapping of one shoulder with the opposite hand. 5 penalty runs awarded to the fielding side, by placing one hand on the opposite shoulder leg. By touching a raised knee with the hand. New ball by holding the ball above the head. Revoke the last decision by touching both shoulders, each with the opposite hand. Short run by bending one arm upwards and touching the nearer shoulder with the tips of the fingers. The following signals are for levels 3 and 4 of the player conduct offences. Each signal has 2 parts, both of which should be acknowledged separately by the scorers. Level 3 Conduct Part 1 by putting one arm out to the side of the body and repeatedly raising it and lowering it. Part 2 by raising both hands, all fingers spread, to shoulder height, palms facing towards the scorers. Level 4 Conduct Part 1 by putting one arm out to the side of the body and repeatedly raising it and lowering it. Part 2 by raising an index finger, held at shoulder height, to the side of the body. All the signals in are to be made by the bowler's end umpire except that for short run, which is to be signalled by the umpire at the end where short running occurs. However, the bowler's end umpire shall be responsible both for the final signal of short run to the scorers and, if more than one run is short, for informing them as to the number of runs to be recorded. The umpire shall wait until each signal to the scorer has been separately acknowledged by a scorer before allowing play to proceed. If several signals are to be used, they shall be given in the order that the events occurred, informing the umpires throughout the laws, wherever the umpires are to receive information from captains or other players. It will be sufficient for one umpire to be so informed and for him/her to inform the other umpire. Correctness of scores. Consultation between umpires and scorers on doubtful points is essential. The umpires shall, throughout the match, satisfy themselves as to the correctness of the number of runs scored, the wickets that have fallen and, where appropriate, the number of overs bowled. They shall agree with the scorers at least at every interval, other than a drinks interval, and at the conclusion of the match. Correctness of scores, correctness of result and result not to be changed. Law 2 ends here. Coming next Law 3 of Cricket.